everybody has a warm-up fight. I would hate for him to just walk in there just thinking he's going to beat Pac-Man. No, it's not going to happen.
Okay, but raise my question. Is there somebody else he can fight?
That's what I'm saying. There's nobody else for him to fight that's left-handed that will give him a southpaw look. You got Paul Williams, who's basically a junior middleweight, and then you got Victor Ortiz. Everybody else other than that, they off the top 10 list anyway. No matter what he fight that's a southpaw is going to be off the top 10 list.
You know what,
that's
dog?
Crazy, dog. Like, that's...
I mean, y'all know what it is, dog. Spadafora is still undefeated.
Right.
He's
I know
white. These white.
Right.
Let's keep it real.
Right.
We got that next
from
nickname.
Pittsburgh.
He's
Right.
from Pittsburgh, Western Pennsylvania. They're gonna pump it. They're gonna show that video of them sparring a million times all over the place, and they're gonna sell the fight.
They're gonna sell the fight, right?
I mean, what do you want? I mean, Floyd just don't feel like fighting, man.
Right.
It's a different type of fight. I mean,
It's
listen, you know what's
obvious.
funny, Train? We've been talking about this fight since 2009. Since 2009, we've been talking about, well, if he take the blood test, we do this. It's still being prolonged.
It's obvious what he's doing. We talked about this last year. Now he's going on a fight number 3. This would be Pacquiao's, third fight, right? Since the first negotiations?
For Cotto is 1, Clottey 2, Margarito 3. This is 4.
Okay, 4. All right. 4 fights since the first negotiation. You don't think he calculating that in his head? Fight after fight after fight. One of these times, he got to get worn down. But I think that's a bad mistake right there because I don't think he's slowing down right now.
You always with that style, you got to keep a close look on it. Dudes like that, they fall off a cliff.
They fall, and with no sign and a warning. I agree. I do get that because it ain't always. You're not gonna see it the fight prior to that. It just might happen the fight you're actually watching. We've seen it happen to Sweet Pea, to all of them. Ray Leonard.
Yeah, they just fall off a cliff. So I'm not gonna say he ain't slipping.
Problem.
I'm just gonna say it's not overly noticeable at this point. But it can.
How old is Floyd? How old is Floyd right now?
Floyd is 34.
Okay, he's 34. Now he's not an active 30. I talk to people all the time. Bernard always say this: one thing being in boxing shape and in ring shape. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's 2 total different entities. You know what I'm saying? So I get all that, and I know his work ethic is off the chain. But dude is like inactive, fighting guys like Spadafora. That's not a good barometer for Manny Pacquiao, man.
But you know what it is? Let me tell you what it is. Floyd is a careful dude by nature, and you will have to know how he is to understand this. When he first fought Gennaro Hernandez in 98, he fought a dude named Tony Pep. Dude was like a 6-foot featherweight, and he wanted to get that look. So he fights Tony Pep in I think maybe July or August of that year, and then he fought Gennaro Hernandez in October of that year and won the title. Everybody thought that Gennaro Hernandez would be too much and too experienced for Floyd. Floyd only had about 17, 18 fights at the time. But Floyd needed that look because Gennaro Hernandez was a real tall, angular type of dude, and he just wanted that look. Then fast forward a little bit when he was about to fight Diego Corrales, what he do is he takes a non-title fight against Emmanuel Augustus at 135 to get used to being hit by a bigger man because even though Corrales was 130 pounds, he was a huge puncher.
Right.
He needed that look. When Floyd moved up to welterweight, nobody ever remembers this fight, but the first fight that he took was Sharmba Mitchell.
Right,
that was the first fight he took at welterweight. The reason why is because he was setting up a fight with Zab Judah. He wanted to see a fast, speedy southpaw. So history shows before Floyd get into certain kind of fights, he needs to see that look. So what it does is train. It's really, really smart. He should, but I know why he's doing it. He gets to train for the big fight for 2 fights in a row. He gets to literally train for Pacquiao for 6 months of all sparring southpaw, of all putting his left foot outside the dude's right foot, of all getting used to that look. So this shit could be muscle memory. So let's say we fight Spadafora in July, and he fights Pacquiao in November. Floyd gonna start training about right now. So that means he get to train from March all the way up until November for Pacquiao with constant southpaw sparring, constant southpaw pad work to get ready because he know what he need to do for this. It's actually brilliant, but people that make excuses and act like you're fighting tomorrow, they just take the blood test, don't got nothing to do with it. He's not ready to fight him because he know what he's getting into. But if you look at his history, he does this all the time before fights that he's a little leery about. He'd like to test them waters. He like to see, okay, let me see what I'm going to do. Even in the Oscar fight, he fought Baldemir first.
My man put me up for the share. 1/4 of a square, headed for Delaware with one change of gear. Nothing on my mind but the dime sack we blaze, with the glaze in my eye that we find when we crave dollars and cents. A fugitive with 2 attempts. Jake's had no trace of the face. Now they drew a print. Though I'm innocent to proving guilty, I'ma try to get filthy. Purchase a club and start a